Are high insurance rates dragging you down? Call Randy King at 817-226-5464.
Coach Ryan Ebner. Coach, if you can introduce your 4 student athletes.
This is Austin Boyd, senior, strong safety, receiver. Michael Linhart, middle linebacker, played some guard for us. Jermaine, running back. Dan Yinch, quarterback and free safety.
Questions from the floor?
Dan, you had over, if I calculated right, 387 all-purpose yards. I don't know if this is correct, Logan, correctly. I think first player ever back-to-back doubles in the state game. Just kind of talk about what this season has meant to you and what does it mean to cash in again.
Well, I got to give credit to where credit is deserved. We couldn't do it without our JV team giving us a look at practice. We couldn't do it without our coaches giving us a great game plan. You couldn't do it without all these seniors.
Coach, do you expect this game to be such a air raid type game?
As far as it goes with Pottsboro, yes. I mean, that's what they do very, very well. You know, they've got a lot of good receivers across the board. Do an unbelievable job of getting them to that. Quarterback is very similar to ours. And he is able to move in the pocket and extend the play, and those guys do a great job of getting to him. As far as they're concerned, there was no doubt about it. You know, we try to pride ourselves on the ground game, and Tremaine Gillette did an unbelievable job of pushing the sticks and opening up some receivers for us. You know, and then we went to the pass when he did too. But we knew that Pottsboro had a lot of potential to push us down the field with the pass, and so we worked hard all week long on it. And again, they're excellent at what they do. The coaches do a great job of putting them in position.
Talk about your defense on the goal line stand there that kind of turned the game.
Well, it's something we kind of work on during the year. As far as when you get down there, you know, kind of pinning your ears back, being aggressive, and you know, if you're getting in your stance in the end zone, there's only one way to go forward. And you know, they kind of took the mentality right there. Even if you jump off sides, you're giving them half a yard or something like that, and they did a great job of attacking. At that point, I feel like it's a true attack mode, and we did a great job of doing that and executed that. Extremely proud of that effort right there at that moment.
Coach, I mean, that kind of sequence where Dane contributes on that tackle for loss, throws that 40-yard ball, that's a 40-yard run that you guys score. Is that kind of wrap it all up to what Dane did for this team?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a player like that, you know, you just know you're never out of it. You know, you're always in a situation to also end the game, and you know, it seems like these guys, including Dane, always find that spot where they can make something happen for their teammates. And you know, these guys work together really, really well, and they love each other, and I feel like that's the kind of effort you're seeing from each individual, is that love and bond that they have.
Not being able to play in this game last year, what did it feel like to come out here and be able to have the type of performance that you did?
It's just a blessing.
You know, it's just a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Being able to not contribute last year, you know, that really hurt me, but got rid of my boys and we're back, so.
Jermaine, in your wildest dreams, when you think about being in state championship game, your big dream that you score 5 TDs in?
Not really, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Coach, I mean, you guys have had good teams over the years, but to go from never making a state championship game to now going back-to-back, I mean, what's been the difference between the teams you've had in the past and these last two?
Well, you know, back years ago, we had a group of coaches that kind of kick-started the thing, and there's a lot of things that had to be bought in from the community. A lot of hard work, you know, doing little things extra here and there, and it took some belief in the community. And I felt like that's where it started with those coaches back, I think, 06. I've been here 17 years, and I don't exactly remember the date, but that's what I remember, is that blood in the mud type mentality we had then. And really and truthfully, the foundation was set by those coaches and those kids, and buying into what we were trying to do. And then I feel like just every year it just got a little bit better and a little better. And these guys, you know, they were young when that started. I mean, I'm talking pre-K type age, and they, took those things and just wanted to be better than the group before them. And, they kind of those guys set the bar so high that these guys were able to climb over it and jumped right past it. And I feel the difference between all those teams and these particular teams, their bond. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how good of friends these kids are and how much they push each other, but also have each other's back. I mean, it's not one of those things they point the finger, it's pick a guy up and tell him to get him the next play, and they got him too. And so what I think you've seen over the last 2 years is the love of teammates. I mean, it is really unbelievable and a blessing for all those coaches to be around. It's pretty inspiring.
Coach, you often talk about the lineage of this program, referencing coaches before you, players before you. This team over the course of this past 2 seasons, down the line, how do you want them to be remembered?
As winners. I mean, just the plain and simple, the hard work they put in. I mean, it's the lunch pill type mentality. I mean, you're not scrounging around trying to find kids where they're at in the summer in the weight room and the extra hard work, they're there. I mean, I live right by the field house, and there's times on Saturday nights you hear that weight room bumping, and these kids are in there getting that work in, and that's what you're seeing is hard work. It's not, I mean, we've got some talented players, don't get me wrong, but you take that accumulation with all the hard work they put in, and this is what you see. This is the gratification for them.
Austin, you guys took a loss to Whitney. I think the game before the last. Just kind of talk about the reset that you guys had as a team, because you went on a tear in the playoffs. It kind of seemed like you guys got a chance to get the reset.
Right. Before the season even started, we were like, you know what? We won last year, but that's not going to stop us. We want to go back to back. We knew every single team out there was going for us, and our game just slowed down that time. And after that game, we all came together as brothers, and we were just like, no more losing, no more of that. We're winning the whole thing.
It seems like you come up with an interception at every one. I mean, is there something that you see out there? Why is that? Because that keep happening?
That's his coaching.
Went in the locker room.
Just speak it to the mic.
We went into the locker room at halftime, and I asked Coach what we needed to do on this particular play, and he coached me up, did what he was supposed to, dropped him back, and I cheated over top and helped out with my corner, and there it was. So that was on Coach Edmond right there.
And Coach, I mean, how well has Dave responded to coaching? How big a part has that been in sort of production?
Always a coach's kid. I mean, he takes a butt chewing and keeps on rolling. They all do. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, as far as it goes with our community, I mean, our community lets us coach, and they believe in what we're doing. They know we love them like family, and that's the way they allow us to coach. Like we're uncles and brothers, and and you never get a lot of flack for getting on a kid's butt for something, and they just respond. It's never a, well, I was trying to do this. It's yes, sir. What do I need to do better? And then you watch it time and time again. I can't begin to tell you as a coach how that makes you feel.
Coach, you told me earlier today that in the pregame interview that Dane Lynch was quite possibly the best player you ever coached. He's 15-1 now in postseason games. How remarkable of a run is it from the aspect that he's a junior and has that much postseason experience? Just talk about what he means to this program.
Well, I know Dane would answer the question like this. It's the people he's with. It's never just about him. It's never about any of them. They love the process of working together, and I feel like the things that you see is all these guys working together, and there's particular guys that get a lot of love, but in the end they do it for each other, and we've talked about over the course of the last 2 years, people, one particular player gets this, or you can tell in meetings, hey, we think this is going to happen, this particular player is going to get more yards or whatever. They just seem to how smart they are. They seem to understand the X's and O's and the scheme of things. And he's the one back there catching the snap every play. So you're putting a great player in a position to do great things, and you've got a lot of great players around him. And this is what you see.
And Michael, this last ride, man, just kind of talk about what does it mean to be a part of the group that kind of changed the tradition for Grandview and kind of took that community, and now kids growing up in that community look forward to playing in championship games, and now you guys have set a bar there. So I just kind of talk about what you remember about them.
Yes, sir. First off, it really is an honor to be a part of these teams. But like my coach said, it goes way back. I learned a lot from the previous middle linebacker, David Villa. He was a role model for me. And really, I got to thank the Lord for giving me this opportunity to play. I got hurt last week in my back, and there was a chance I wasn't going to be able to play in this game. So I just asked the Lord for strength, and he pulled through, obviously. But essentially, yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling to be the first from your town and do it again. It's amazing. All I can say to that is just thank you, God. That's really all that can be said.
Coach, I mean, just the amount of people that were out there from Grandview, I mean, what has the support of the community been like, and what does this mean for a community?
Again, it started years ago, and just the buy-in from what we were trying to do way back when, and allowing us to coach their kids with a lot of tough love and the buy-in. But you know, this year we've gone through a lot of adversity with injuries, starting out with the car wreck from Jacoby Crownover, who was our starting left guard, and it just kind of snowballed from there. But the best thing is the community was there. You saw them at practices and standing behind the kids. Nobody really, I feel like at that moment they kind of pushed them forward, you know, where we could have said, hey, you know, we had a great run this year, things aren't going right this year, but you know, they kept believing, they kept letting us know that they were behind us, and we had the support time and time again, and we had some dads and parents come and meet with the guys and let them know that they were there for them. And it's been like that my 17 years there. They've just really rallied behind the athletes, boys and girls, and you can tell they have a true passion for what's going on, and they really get behind what we're all about. Final questions?
But it doesn't happen very often. Dane gets the offense maybe gets an MVP. Talk about his performance, and Dane, you can comment on that as well.
Well, first off, he already gave the offense MVP to Tremaine. Felt he was very, very deserving. He handed it to him before we even walked off the field. So, you know, that's kind of the way these guys work. You know, it's all about each other. They recognize the efforts of somebody else. But he and every one of these kids sitting up here, as far as also that locker room, I mean, they put in work. You know, the efforts that you get to see on a day-to-day basis, and the amount of sacrifice that they put in is pretty phenomenal.
5 touchdowns in your first state. 5 touchdowns in your first state championship game. That'll win me over. He deserved it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.